Welcome to Lobster's list for August 11th, 2012. Number 1. Phantasmaburbia is an RPG for PC that is the first commercial work from the creator of Assassin Blue, Escape from the Underworld, and Doubloon. Teenagers, assisted by spirit allies, need to deal with the evil spirits that have appeared in the suburban setting of Owl Creek. There's a playable demo linked to from the project page. It is seeking to raise at least $1,000, and all backers will be named in the credits. For $10, you will get a copy of the game when it is released. After reading one of the paragraphs that outlines what it is trying not to do with a JRPG style game, I am more excited about this. You can also battle a possessed refrigerator called a Frightenator. Since IndieGames.com has reviewed the past games so highly, I might have to try them out this weekend. Number 2. Wings Director's Cut from Cinemaware is trying to fund a high-definition remake of the game Wings that launched on the Amiga home computer system. Wings also had a sequel on the Super Nintendo and a port for the Game Boy Advance. The developers of the Game Boy Advance version will be helping to make this new HD version. This time it is targeting PC, iOS, and Android, with Mac as a stretch goal. You can pre-order a DRM-free copy of the game for a pledge of $15. I have never heard of Wings before this, but my first encounter with Cinemaware was a box copy of Introversion Software's Darwinia, and I used that green Darwinian keychain that came with it for years. Number 3. Harmonia is an online tactics RPG for PC, Mac, and Linux. There's also a big list I am happy to see of other platforms the game could be ported to if there are enough backers for it, such as Android, FreeBSD, Haiku, and even Amiga OS 4. This project is trying to convert a text-based multi-user dungeon, Harmonia, into a 3D version. There's a link to play the original on the project page. Play as a battalion leader exploring the world and its dungeons. For a $10 pledge, you get a copy of the game and access starting at the alpha. You also get access to the Harmonia engine so that you can host your own server and modify its game world with scripting. This game has a lot of modding potential, and I hope all the technical details don't scare away too many backers. Number 4. Plague from Grey Gnome Games is a game with 54 cards where you try to make tricks, and each card has a way it can trump other cards. Each card has a power number and a victory point number. Lower power cards can earn more victory points, which adds some strategy. You can also lose victory points through a Plague card. It has been reviewed by the Gamers Table. You can pre-order for $25 and have your name included in the rulebook. Add $10 onto your pledge if shipping outside the USA. This game has a neat idea with its victory point system being able to go into the negative, and I like the art style for the cards. Stretch goals include adding plastic doubloons to copies of the game, and adding additional optional cards that add twists to gameplay. Now on to honorable mentions. 3D printer projects have been very big on Kickstarter in the past, and here's another one. The TangiBot 3D printer. This time the project creator was someone who helped design and produce the ProvoCraft Cricut paper cutter and wants to offer a less expensive clone of the open-sourced MakerBot replicator. The printer will also be manufactured with help from his connections made while working for ProvoCraft. You can pre-order a TangiBot from a plywood version with a single extruder at $1,199 to an acrylic version with dual extrusion at $1,399. The Woe Is Oz is a comics project that tells a story set in the land of Oz years after Dorothy defeated the Wicked Witch, and the Winkies have started to revolt. Work on 4 of the 6 planned issues has been completed, and there's a link to sample pages from issue 1. The plan is to compile the 6 issues into one book and print them. Starting at the $5 tier, you can get PDFs for the first 2 issues, and higher rewards include more issues. At $25 and up, the rewards start including signed physical copies of the issues. I find the reimagined art style and darker version of Oz to be interesting use of the Wizard of Oz material. VoxelVerse is a free-to-play sandbox RPG for PC and Mac using Flash Stage 3D. It is trying to differentiate itself from Minecraft by being able to place and remove blocks from 4 meters down to 1/16 of a meter in size. It will also use independent voxel models to allow vehicles like airships to move around. There's a link to try the game in browser on the project page. Funds will go towards costs such as servers and art assets. You can be a beta tester for a $5 pledge. I like how the interface lets you select different size blocks, but I've already seen Minecraft mods that allow players to do similar things. The MisAdventures of Cleetus Redbone is a web series with a protagonist that accumulates online degrees and tries to operate his multiple businesses with multiple phone lines. They already have a first episode on YouTube where Cleetus gets called on his paranormal investigator phone number. $5 gets your name listed with other backers on their website, while $25 gets you a fake degree certificate and a signed thank you note from the crew. They appear to have the right sitcom formulas in place, and there are some good jokes. Early episodes for web series like these often are the roughest until the actors develop their comedic timing for the character later on. Tribal Hunger is an arcade game involving rotation and color matching. It is described as taking inspiration from the bullet hell and tower defense genres. Tribal gods of wolf, snake, eagle, and whale have awoken from their sleep as there are invading conquistador Vikings approaching. For contributing $5, you can get a copy for iOS. Digispark is an open-source development board for creating USB devices that can use existing development software for Arduino electronic prototyping boards. You can pre-order one for $12 with US shipping included. Add $5 if shipping to Canada, or add $10 for shipping internationally. This project has already exceeded its minimum goal. I was tempted to get one, but I already have a Raspberry Pi back-ordered that I could use instead. Hyper Segtendio Siblings is a 2D platformer set in a star system inhabited by characters from multiple video games. A brother and sister must return a gem stolen by minions that they were supposed to protect while their parents were out fighting. The gem has the power to restart games or end them, so the siblings must return it before the monsters deliver it to their master. This game is using the Spriter animation tool that was another Kickstarter project. The co-creator of Spriter is providing assistance to this game's creator. You can get a download of the game at the $5 tier. While this does look like a very standard platformer, I backed it hoping to see what Spriter can do, as I also hope to use that tool in the future with Construct 2. One goal of this project is to have tutorial videos produced so others can create games like it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps those projects.